What's up, Kansas City? I'm Serenity, and today I'm going to get some commentary about Don Lemon. Let's talk about Don Lemon and his history of making um, derogative or insensitive-ish comments about the African American community. I know recently there was an incident where the teenage girl in South Carolina was thrown to the ground by the police from her desk. A lot of you've probably seen that video going on online. It's viral, and he pretty much his questioning about what happened. It was more so he was trying to put it on the teenager, as if possibly she was at fault, or maybe she provoked the officer. The video clearly shows the officer came in, attacked her, and that was pretty much it. It's just the way he was approaching it was almost as if he was trying to make the teenager at fault. And just Don Lemon just repeatedly has said things in the past, even what was going back to the Trayvon Martin incident. He has said things that were insensitive to the African American community. I've seen something online saying that Don Lemon is no worse than Bill O'Reilly to African American people, and that is a bold statement to make, because if we know anything about Bill O'Reilly, we know that he's against the hip hop community. He believes hip hop is a detriment to the world, so to speak, and he believes that a lot of the artists should not be putting out some of the things they're putting out, and he's repeatedly said things against the African American community. There is a petition online to remove Don Lemon from CNN. So far, it has 15,000 signatures. Of course, a lot of people saying they don't think that CNN would actually remove him because he's, entertaining. A lot of people follow Don Lemon. A lot of people watch him just to see what idiotic thing he's gonna say next. It's kind of like, let's just watch CNN so we can see what Don Lemon says. But the petition has 15,000 signatures right now. The main thing that the petition is saying is that they feel like he doesn't represent the African American community. He pretty much represents any subject or any person who CNN wants him to be at that time. So we're waiting to see what happens with that. So I don't think that he is not a good voice for our community. I remember a few years ago, he had a whole segment about how African American men, basically all the issues that they have, majority of the issues they have, is their own fault. If they dress differently, or if they acted differently when they were in different situations, they wouldn't have some of the problems that they have. And it's basically trying to negate the fact that you're saying that there is not a system of white supremacy that goes on in our country. So I was just like, okay, and that was years ago. I think about 4 or 5 years ago, I seen he did a segment on that, and ever since then, I've kind of just like, okay, Don, you lost me. So then also want to talk about Ben Carson. Ben Carson made a statement basically saying abortion was similar to slavery. I guess he uses slavery a lot when he does comparison on things. I still don't get where he was going with that, but basically said he does not agree with women having abortions in the instance of rape and incest. He also said that he was in agreement to overturning Roe versus Wade. A lot of people know with Roe versus Wade, they basically were saying that women did have the right to choose to what to do in the issues of abortion. Okay, Ben, really? Like, you can tell me what I can do with my body. You're a man. I repeatedly have issues with men trying to say women shouldn't do this, that, and the third with abortions. I feel the only time a man should have an opinion about a woman having an abortion is if it's his baby. If it's your baby on the way, of course you should have an opinion about it. Otherwise, how are you going to tell a woman what they should do? You don't know each individual woman's incidents or what was going on with her when she got pregnant. What if she can afford it? Blah, blah, blah. It's a person's choice. And then also I want to give a shout out to the Kansas City Royals. They won the first game of the World Series yesterday with a 14-inning game. Anybody knows that's one of the longest World Series games. So they were off to a great start, and hopefully they can bring back the crown like we've been saying, because it's been 30 years. But I'm Serenity, reminding you to spit your piece, and make sure you check out whatsupkansascity.net. And then also, if you too have any comments or any things that you want to say about the issue with Don Lemon, go ahead and hit us up. Like I said, whatupkansascity.net.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.